Hey everyone, welcome back to Daily English Talk. I'm Lily.
And I'm Tom. We make a new English lesson every single day so you can actually build a habit instead of studying for 1 hour and disappearing for a month.
Guilty. That was me with French for about 3 years.
We don't talk about your French era.
If you're new, hit subscribe. It genuinely helps the channel, and it means you won't lose us in your feed tomorrow.
Today's episode is a little personal for me. Something happened this week, and I'm still a bit embarrassed about it.
I've been waiting to talk about this all day.
I can already tell this is going to be rough.
It's rough, and it's also the perfect example of something almost every English learner does, so stay with us. Okay, let me set the scene, because this is genuinely one of the most painful 3 seconds of Tom's life.
Oh, don't oversell it.
Not overselling it. Tom signed up for a language exchange app last month to practice his Spanish.
Which, by the way, is going terribly.
We'll get to that later. So this week, he finally got matched with a partner, a guy from Mexico City named Diego. They scheduled their first video call.
10 minutes in English for him, 10 minutes in Spanish for me. Simple system.
And Tom prepared. He wrote notes, he practiced greetings in the mirror.
Don't tell them about the mirror.
Too late. Everyone knows now. So here's the thing. The call connects. Diego smiles, waves, and says one simple sentence to Tom. And Tom, someone who has spoken English for years, someone who has literally hosted a podcast in English, just freezes.
It wasn't my finest moment.
And then he says something so unexpected that Diego had to mute himself because he was laughing too hard.
Silly.
What was it? I want everyone watching to guess. Keep your guess in your head because we're not telling you straight away. You have to earn it by watching the whole story unfold.
You're being dramatic.
I'm being a podcast host. There's a difference.
Okay, so here's what actually happened. I open my laptop, my notes are right next to me, I feel ready.
Confidence level high.
Very high. The call connects and Diego smiles and says, "Hey, how's it going?"
Normal question, easy question.
Should be easy, right? But my brain just went somewhere else.
Somewhere else how?
First thought, does "how's it going" need a full sentence back? Or is "good you" enough?
Reasonable question.
Second thought, right after that one, wait, is he expecting me to speak Spanish first since he's the one who said hello in English?
Okay, that's a fair worry too.
Third thought, what about the 10-minute structure? Am I wasting his English time by even responding in English at all?
3 separate thoughts before you said a single word.
All in about 1.5 seconds, maybe 2.
And then?
And then I opened my mouth and something came out. Something happened. I'm not repeating it.
Come on, tell me at least.
No. Diego laughed so hard he had to mute himself. That's all you're getting, and that's all the audience is getting too.
Fine. But this is exactly the thing so many of you tell us in the comments. You understand English fine when you're listening. You can read it, you can watch shows without subtitles sometimes.
The second you need to produce it live in real time, everything locks up.
Why do you think that is, actually?
Because listening only asks you to recognize something you already know. Speaking asks you to build a sentence, check it, and say it, all at the same time with a real person staring at you, waiting.
There's also the fear part. Fear of sounding stupid, fear of being judged.
Huge factor. I wasn't just thinking about grammar on that call. I was thinking about what Diego would think of me.
Did you tell him what was going on in your head afterward?
Eventually, yeah. Once the laughing died down, I just said, "Sorry, I completely overthought that."
And what did he say?
He said, "Honestly, don't worry about it. Half of what I say in English is wrong too. I just say it anyway."
That's basically the whole lesson right there, in one sentence.
Annoyingly, yeah, he was right.
So that's what today is really about. Not grammar rules first. That moment where your brain gets in your own way and what you can actually say to get through it.
Even a message afterward. He sent me a voice memo an hour later.
Saying what?
I'm not telling you that part either. It's related to the thing I said. You'll have to imagine it.
You're the worst storyteller and the best storyteller at the same time. All right, let's get into some real language because there's a grammar pattern that fits perfectly with what happened to Tom. Question word plus infinitive.
Break that down for me simply.
Instead of a full clause, you use a question word like what, how, when, or where, and then to plus the base verb. For example, I don't know what to say.
That's literally the sentence I needed on that call.
Exactly. Or I wasn't sure how to explain it. Or she didn't know when to speak.
So it's shorter than saying, I don't know what I should say.
Right. Both are correct, but the infinitive version is quicker and more natural in speech. Native speakers use it constantly when describing hesitation.
Let me try one. I forgot how to ask for a coffee refill in Spanish last week, so I just pointed at my cup.
That works, and it's honest.
I didn't know where to look during the call, so I stared at my own camera like an idiot.
Also correct. This structure is perfect for talking about those blank moments, because that's genuinely what happens. It's not that you don't know English.
You don't know what to say in that exact second.
Exactly. And that's a really different way to think about the whole problem.
How so?
Overthinking isn't a knowledge problem, it's a decision problem. Your brain has too many options and no time to pick one.
Great, so I need therapy, not a grammar book.
Maybe a little of both.
One more. I hesitated so long that I didn't know when to jump into the conversation.
Perfect. And notice that sentence uses two things we're covering today. Hold on to that word hesitated because it's coming up again very soon. Let's build some vocabulary around this whole topic because there are some really useful words for describing exactly what happens when your mouth and your brain stop cooperating. First word, tongue-tied. It means you're so nervous or confused that you can't speak clearly or you can't find the words at all.
That's the technical term for what happened to me on that call.
Give me a story with it.
When I met my girlfriend's parents for the first time, her dad asked me what I do for work, in English, his second language. I went completely tongue-tied. I said, I do the internet.
What does that even mean?
I have no idea. I make videos, I edit them, and somehow my brain compressed all of that into, I do the internet.
Okay, give me the proper sentence for the lesson.
Fine. I got so nervous meeting her parents that I became completely tongue-tied, and I forgot how to describe my own job.
Perfect example.
All right, question for everyone watching. Has this ever happened to you? A simple question and your brain just blocks the words? Drop it in the comments. We want to hear the exact question that broke you.
Next, blurt it out. To say something suddenly, without thinking, often because you're nervous or excited.
This is exactly what happened with Diego. I blurted something out.
Which we still don't know.
And we're keeping it that way.
Fair enough. My example, my little sister once blurted out my age in front of my entire office because she was so excited to see me.
Brutal.
She was 7. She didn't know it was a secret.
So I could say I was so nervous during the interview that I blurted out a completely random fact about myself.
Exactly right.
So here's a question for you. What's the strangest thing you've ever blurted out in a language you were learning? We're genuinely curious. Put it in the comments because we might read the best ones out on a future episode.
This next one is a favorite of mine. On the tip of your tongue. When you almost remember a word, you can feel it, but it won't come out.
This happens to me constantly. Right before the call with Diego, I was trying to remember the Spanish word for nervous, and it was right there on the tip of my tongue for a good 10 seconds.
Did you get it eventually?
No, I gave up and said a little bit scared instead.
Close enough. Sentence, please.
The actor's name was on the tip of my tongue, but I just couldn't say it in time.
Great one, because it's such a specific, relatable feeling.
Quick question for you before we move on. Later in this episode, we're going to give you the exact short phrase you can say out loud when a word is stuck like that. So keep watching, because it's one of the most useful lines in this whole lesson.
Next, wing it. To do something without preparation, just improvising as you go.
This is the opposite of what I did before the call. I over-prepared, and it still fell apart.
So maybe you should have just winged it.
Honestly, maybe. Diego didn't prepare anything. He just showed up and winged the whole conversation, and he did fine.
My example, I didn't have time to prepare for the meeting, so I just winged it and hoped for the best.
That's the story of my entire first year making videos, by the way. I winged almost every single one.
It shows sometimes.
Rude! Here's a real question for the comments. Do you prepare too much before speaking English, as I did before that call, or do you just wing it, like Diego? Tell us which one you are. We're actually curious about the split.
Next, hesitate. To pause because you're unsure or nervous before doing or saying something.
Simple word, but important. I hesitated so long before answering Diego that the silence itself became the awkward part.
How long is too long, do you think?
2 seconds felt like 20 to me, but real silence, maybe 5 or 6 seconds, that's when people start to notice.
I hesitated before sending the email because I wasn't sure if the tone was right.
I hesitated for a second, and then I blurted something out instead of thinking it through properly.
Look at you combining 2 vocabulary words in one sentence.
I'm learning. So here's the actual tip we promised earlier. When you hesitate and a word won't come, you don't need silence. You can just say, "Give me a second," or "How do I put this?" in English out loud. It buys you time and it sounds completely natural. Try saying one of those out loud right now, actually. Pause the video and say it once.
Last one, stumble over your words. It means to make mistakes or pause awkwardly while speaking, usually because you're nervous or the sentence is difficult.
This is basically what happened after my blurted mystery sentence. I tried to recover and I stumbled over my words for another 10 seconds.
Was Diego still laughing at that point?
Diego was still laughing. My recovery attempt made it worse, honestly.
I always stumble over my words when I'm speaking in front of a large group, even in my own language.
I stumbled over my words so badly during the introduction that I just decided to restart the whole sentence.
Which, by the way, is a completely normal thing to do. Restarting a sentence isn't a failure.
Last question for the comments on this one. Have you ever had to restart a sentence completely in the middle of speaking English? Tell us how you recovered, or if you just gave up and switched to your own language instead.
Okay, let's pull this together. Grammar-wise, we learned question word plus infinitive. Things like, I don't know what to say, or I wasn't sure how to explain it. Genuinely useful for describing hesitation naturally.
And vocabulary-wise, we've got tongue-tied, blurt out, on the tip of my tongue, wing it, hesitate, and stumble over your words. 6 words for 6 flavors of the same very human problem.
And the bigger idea behind all of it is that speaking a language isn't about knowing every word perfectly before you open your mouth.
It's about being okay saying the wrong thing sometimes, genuinely okay with it, because the alternative is saying nothing at all.
Which, by the way, is worse than saying, I do the internet.
We're never letting that go, are we?
Never. All right, here's what we really want from you today. Tell us about a time you completely froze or blurted something strange out while speaking English, or any language you're learning.
Don't be shy about it. The weirder the story, the better. Write it in the comments below.
We read every single one, and we might use your story, or your exact vocabulary word, in a future episode.
So don't hold back on the embarrassing details. We showed you ours.
That's it for today's episode. Thanks so much for learning with us.
If this helped you even a little, hit subscribe, because we're here every single day with a new episode. No long breaks, no disappearing for weeks.
And remember, the goal isn't a perfect sentence. It's just a sentence. Any sentence, even a strange one.
Especially a strange one.
See you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone.